Back when I was in high school one day, my brother came home with a couple of games, several games, on a hard drive that he got from one of his college friends. And among them was Devil May Cry 3. So, we sat there on the family computer and started testing out the games. Eventually, we got to Devil May Cry 3. I saw him play it. He didn't like it that much for whatever reason, but my whole life had changed. The second he went or got tired of it, I started playing it and have been a fan ever since. And since then, I've played pretty much from 3 up until 5, but I just haven't finished 5 yet for whatever reason. And it is because of that that I fell in love with the series. I've been a big fan of the series, which is why this video is happening right now. So thank you for joining me as we look at the evolution of Dante's 3D model from Devil May Cry 1 through 5, excluding the reboot, of course. That's going to be on Patreon as exclusive content. So thank you for your time, thank you for your viewership, and without further ado, let's do this. So, we're going to kick this off by looking at Dante's Devil May Cry 1 model. Devil May Cry 1, which was released in August of 2001, would be the first time we get to see this bad boy here. Now, we had the PS2 era, so there's the 6th generation, and check how we got like 5,000 polys. That is so different to what I'm used to seeing, like 6-figure polygon counts. But let's go into the UV space, because I've been telling you guys this for a little bit, how PS2 models were only 500 pixels per shader, and it was only the diffuse shader too. Simpler times. But yeah, let's start breaking this bad boy down. First of all, just general result. I like the design of this one. Okay, this is a cool ass design. But before though, I think what I'm gonna do is, because the materials are named. Good. I thought I was confusing this with another model whose materials is just a bunch of numbers. I was gonna separate by material. Maybe I should just separate by material. Yeah. Or not. Let's get into this and begin with we've gone over the polygon count, go over the head. Let's just take a look at this. Actually, there's something I want to do. I want to side by side it with the gray box. Yeah, I think that's one way to look at it. So we start off with the head, and as usual, head polygons. The polygon density on the head is a lot more. But first, check out this hair. Okay, we got like do we have alpha channels? Yeah, we do have some alpha channels, but it looks so much more cartoony than Dante's later hair, which looks way more realistic. But even then, this is 6th generation realism. This is what that looks like. So I think it still stays in the same design language. Hair and arms are by themselves. Okay, so we'll do that. Yeah, height and hide. And now we are looking at the hair and arms. Why is it that the hair and arms are put together? I don't know. We'll go check out the UVs just now. But you see a lot of triangulation in these models. This is probably because, well, it's a game engine, first of all. But also, this was polygon modeling that happened here. I doubt there was like a higher base mesh. It was just straight polygon modeling and then optimizing which is the old school way, but I want to see what the texture looks like. Hair and arms, yeah. Oh, okay. So, much as is the law in optimizing, they do have alpha channels. But is this a modern thing? I don't know. No, it's not. So, as per is the law, if something is in the same place, just drop them into the same spot. This here, though, wait, I saw something interesting. There's this. Oh, so this is the bottom back part of his neck, but why is it separate, though? Interesting. And then you have his little gloves, little, what is that? What is that? We've got the gloves. This is probably the other accessories for the hand, or for a different texture. Is there a separate map where he has the gloves off? A separate model, I mean, where he has the gloves off. That's what I'm assuming this is for. I'm assuming that the model with the gloves on, they take this UV, put it there. Model with the glove off, they take this UVs and just put them back there on the hand. Just the placement of this eye texture here is what I find really weird. I find that strange. Now, again, pretty standard practice. Hair cards that have been blopped all up on top of each other, all loose, because I'm just selecting one and then it's, yeah. That's been put in place with the alpha channels. Again, you see, that's where the mesh ends, and then that's where the hair is. This is actually really easy to pull off, but it's not about like easy or hard, it's more about does it get the job done. And of course this texture tile is only 500 pixels big. Okay, now that we've looked at that, let's go check out the head. Actually, yeah, let's separate by materials. We'll do that. Now, come here to the head. HN, we'll find the head material here. Isn't it this one though? Wait. Is a different one? There's another head. Oh no. Just the head. Ah. So this is just the head. That one is head and arms. So I'm gonna guess this is so that you can change the clothes, have him different outfits, different cutscenes. So instead of having a different model, you just change the texture. Clever. Super clever. And then we got, let me see, just this face alone is 1,000 polys, which it's the face. It's what's gonna be looked at the most. So obviously, and then we have the inside of the mouth here. I used to be. Oh wait. That looked kind of interesting. So again, teeth, just one solid mass, and the texture painting is what it's kind of terrifying. The texture painting is what makes it look like teeth, and he also has little eyebrows. Okay, eyelashes. I mean, there they are. There, the eyelashes. This makes me uncomfortable. I want to unhide it. Unhide it. Again, you see how it's only half his face, right? Again, that's because it's mirrored. So what is there is there. To save on tile space, especially for the PS2, where you had very limited processing power. You had to cut every corner you could to have games look decent and run. But this was peak at some point, bruh. This was peak. You see? Look at the difference. Like the texturing does so much heavy lifting. Like without it, it's just polygon. With it, it's this gives me a lot of nostalgia. Seeing like these flat textures gives me a lot of nostalgia too when I was a kid. But let's go back into object mode. Okay, so that was the head. Now the coat. Okay. Let's isolate everything. Huh? Because it's all black, they put it all on one. Okay, we gotta find this. This is cloth 1. Doesn't look like cloth 1. This looks like cloth 2. You see here. Yes, there we go. So all of this black leathery detail, they've shoved them to one side of the map, and then I'm guessing this is the lower part of his coat. A lot of again a lot of overlapping, which is nothing wrong with this. This is how I'd say is like the most effective way of doing it, because you save on UV space, and yeah, as I mentioned before, PS2, very non-demanding. But why did they do this though? They closed off this loop, because usually they just like leave it open. At least for the ones I've seen, it's left open. Maybe it was causing. I'm guessing what was happening was whenever he would jump and he would bend at that point, the hollow part underneath was getting exposed, so they decided to close it up, I think. But I forgot to mention, we're not going to be looking at any rigs in this video. And then where did they put the UVs for that one? Huh, just shoved them over there. Okay. Look, it even has got like the little shape of the boot, so you know what it is. And then we have the belt here, and everything is just one diffuse texture. Just one. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, so this is the underlayer of his clothes, but obviously we've only modeled the parts that are gonna be showing, which is this parts, which is the chest part, the boots part. Putting all the leather on one like side of it is, it's like to do 3D modeling, you kind of also had to have a really good awareness of image manipulation or the shaders and textures, which is something I realized very, very early on. So that's that inside part there. The inside part is in 2 parts? Cause, okay. So then you have like the redness part, which let's go find its texture. It should be this one. Yeah, this one. Okay. Now it makes sense though, because you want to get as much of this detail onto the model. And the problem is, using 500 by 500 tile sizes, you gotta get creative with it. So they put all the red leathery stuff on one side, all the black leathery stuff on another on another texture. But it still does have that early 2000s like PS1 steam coming off of it, which is why it's kind of jagged and stuff. Because you can fix this, you can actually use shaders to make a model that's like very jagged look a bit less jagged, but you gotta get real jiggy with it, real jiggy with it. The shirt here, this is the inner part, right? Yeah, that's like the inner part. And then this, you see the other oh, this comes off, or this can't come off, I'm guessing. So they put this separate. Again, this, I can promise you, this is purely because of tile size limitation. They, instead of putting this whole up coat and the bottom part of the coat on one thing, making them like way smaller, just separate them, put them on separate them and put each one on its own texture tile. Nice. Gotta get really creative. And then we just looked at that one. We're looking at this one, the inner layer here. Oh, so these belts are part of the chest straps. What is the point of these belt buckles though? It's just like early 2000 design is like, throw some belts on it, and then throw some more belts on it, and then throw some more belts on it. Put belts in places that don't even need belts. What is that? Belt on his face? Hell yeah. But no, so the leathery part of the belts is a different texture to the red coat here. This one here has been put there. I just explained why that is. And then of course the coat, I'm gonna come back to this one. Yeah, you see? It's that one. It's that exact one. This is so, like, efficient. It's almost, it's starting to feel like mathematical almost. At least to me. And that's actually it. That's the whole model. We looked at the hands, the thingy, and yeah. Let's go back here. Now let's go back here and just look at it. Just give it like a general result. Looking around it, final verdict. I really like this model. Okay, I may not have played Devil May Cry 1. Apparently it was kind of like edgelord cringe. Apparently, I just haven't played them. Devil May Cry 1 and 2, but I like this model. I really like the way it looks. I love the clever little solutions they came up with to give him that look. Did you look at the legs? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. We looked at the leg texture because it is part of the. Or did we? Or did we? Or did we? Yeah, we did. We did. We did. So yeah, I think that is everything for Devil May Cry 1 Dante. And as always, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. And now we're gonna head over to Devil May Cry 2. Hey yo! So, we'll be back in with Devil May Cry 2. And this model, though, is not in T-pose because I think it was extracted from a cutscene. One thing that I absolutely adored about Devil May Cry, the series, is that they do all their cutscenes using like the in-game engine with the in-game models. So I thought that was really cool. It really helped in immersion as opposed to like older PS1 games where the cutscene would be like pre-rendered CGI and then you get back to it and everything is just like blocky. But I'm gonna say right now, just looking at it as is, technically I can already sniff out like some things that might have improved upon, but in terms of the general result, the gestalt of it all, I don't like this one, man. This one kind of does look like edgelord cringe, but either way, let's get underway. So first order of business, we gotta separate by material and then get over to object mode to check the poly count. Boom, faces. Usually faces and polys are the same thing because by definition a polygon is when 3 or more points connect together to make a face, to make a surface. That's what a face is. So face and polygon count, same thing. Anyway, let's kick this off. We got the hair. Wait, now I want to see the thing, the whole polygon density difference. I don't know why I like that so much, but yeah, it's usually the case, and I've already explained why tons of times. But if you must know, it's for the facial animations. It's for them to work better. And then let's start breaking this down bit by bit. Okay, I'm trying to check. Is the eye? Oh, okay. So the eye, they made the eyes separate. I should have checked this with the other Dante version too, but with PS1 models, everything was just like into the face, you know. The hair is actually a bit more detailed than the first one. Pop into edit mode, still the same technique all in all, but now I'm curious as to, is it the same tile size? It's smaller? Some of them are smaller? What? How can this be? Is it because the cutscene one? Let's see. Let's get the hair. Why is it? These are smaller. Huh. 256 by 256. Or maybe the model I did for DMC1 was from the HD collection. Oh, that could be the case. Maybe. Because in 2019 they released the first 3 and like remastered them into HD. Maybe that's not the case, but still, 6th gen is 6th gen. Okay, let's go into edit mode here. It seems a bit messy though. What's this blade here? Which one is this? What blade is this? Because that just looks like a error. But you see how they did it? Stocked them on top of each other. We got a whole lot of them. Hold on, what the hell's going on here? Let's do that. What's all this? Oh, the bangs. These are the bangs. Okay. Now we look at the face. The head. It's probably not the head. It's again as usual. You see, it's half the face there, half the size of the previous one. I could only say, like I said, the previous one was probably from the HD collection, or maybe this model just sucks. You know? I doubt it. But much like that one, eyebrows over here, teeth over here, and I bet the teeth are nightmare fuel, and I exposed them. Hey, where are they? little head floating on its own. Oh my lord! What is this? What's this? Hold on, I gotta see what these teeth look like. I gotta see what these teeth look like. Yeesh! All these teeth, man, so ugly. Shout out Marvel Rivals for making the teeth individually, because this stuff is horrific to look at. And then, as usual, half the face, split it apart. 2 eyes, though. Why is that? You don't need the 2 eyes. You could just do the overlapping thing. Is it so that they can like change? I don't know. But now let's go look at this shit. It says body 2. So body 2 is his torso. So wait, what's this here? This is body 1. Okay, let's start with body 1 just to, for the sake of order. So body 1 contains neck meat. It contains these little buttons, which I want to call this solution clever, but oh no, it just the alpha channels weren't connected. Okay, that's fair. Oh, the little logo. I love how everything is just PNGs. In the modern day, this would have been done using like sculpted and then transferred the data. A bunch of PNGs. And the boots. Are the boots closed off like last? Yes, they are. I'm guessing this is just standard practice to close off the boots. It seems like it. Okay, so that's body 1. Body 1 is neck schmeat and accessories and boots. Okay, so we've checked that out. Now let's go check out body 2. Yeah, body 2 is now this coat thingy that he has on, which I'm guessing is leather. It's leather, but I've always wondered, like, how do they get this? How do they get these going? By these I mean these type of textures, because you can, even as a kid, I could tell that this is image that's been splayed across something from the way it looks. Is it that they did it in engine, as in you texture paint directly onto the model like you do in Blender, or do they export UV maps and then paint the UV maps? I don't know how things were back then, but I would have loved to have been a 3D artist back in these days, just so I can see what it's like. But I think it's the nostalgia talking. Anyway, pretty straightforward. We have this back part here, again, just like the first Dante. This one, the lower part is probably its own thing. It's probably cloth 2 or something. And then the arms are body 3. Okay, let's go to body 3. Body 3 is now the arms and the legs. That's a very interesting way of setting it up. It's very interesting because usually body 1 is arms, is upper body, and then like body 2 is legs. It's a bit confusing actually, for me, because I would have just named, instead of body 3, it would have been like arms and legs. But again, you see, it's one arm up until his wrist here. On the texture, you only see the one arm and the one leg, because again, you just stack them on top of each other. This one's pretty boring, man. I don't like this one. This one kind of sucks. I mean, it came with a sword, but that's still not gonna save it, dude. This model's not fun at all. So, and then hand is separate from. Again, I'm gonna assume this is for the sake of being able to actually add detail that can be seen. Still looks kind of cheeks though. Still looks kind of sheets. But Yeah, and then look at see in that different in the first Dante Devil May Cry one. Remember the thigh little strap? They actually modeled it, and it looked so much better because it actually stood out. But when they just straight textured it, it looks straight dookie. See, doesn't look nice. You gotta know when to use shader, when to use when to model, and when to kind of come into a compromise of in between both. That's what you need to do. Okay, so that's man, these PS2 models are quick to review, but I do find it interesting though that for this first part of the video, I'm going to be looking at like early PS2, mid PS2, and late PS2 models. This is like mid PS2. By mid I mean middle, not mid. But yeah, I don't like this one. This one's kind of bad. This one's kind of bad. A lot of confusing design choices. I just don't like the look of it in general. So I think I'm gonna end it here because I cannot wait for the next guy. Oh yeah, Wacky Woo Pizza Man. Let's go. Well, boys, we're here. Devil May Cry 3 Dante. I bet you can already tell this is one of my favorite game characters ever from one of my favorite games ever. This is actually the first time we're reviewing a model of a game that I've actually played. I know, right? Crazy. This one came out the box separated by materials, and also I think it's also one that was extracted from a cutscene. That's why his coat is mid-wind interaction. But still, I just like to first point out how design decisions have made such a huge difference, because off the bat, this model looks so much better than the Devil May Cry 2 one. This is literally the Dante that saved Devil May Cry, okay? Make Devil May Cry great again. The Dante that made Devil May Cry great again. But, choosing to... Because first of all, polygon count should be exactly the same. Yeah, face around 5,800, just like the other one. So you can't say that you had more polygons to work with. It's the same generation of consoles with same power. But what makes it different, though, like I said, is the design choices. Well, first of all, they made Dante look a bit more youthful than your chain-smoking divorcee, and they made his coat a coat and not some kind of like skin-tight freaking kink looking whatever. And then thirdly, they just made it more baggy, made it look cooler, gave him like big fat looking, like Timberland looking boots. Your boy got the Timbs. They gave him some baggy pants, and they made his coat one flowing object. I love that so much. Okay, let's go into edit mode and see how they set it up. Oof. Straight polygon modeling, as I said before. You go in, you model the polys, and the face density here is not only like more, but it's a bit cleaner too, because if you remember, the Devil May Cry 3 cutscenes were so freaking peak. That's why they were so peak. But now I'm curious as to how they arranged this, so let's go into the UVs, and let's start top-downing this mofo. Hair up. Wait, shaders? Boy, ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. We got shaders. But now, let's see. How big is this one? 128 for the hair. Let's see the face. Is material 002? Man, this like... Oh, face. 128? Huh. Why does it look so much better than, like, the Devil May Cry 2 one? Okay, let's check the body. This is under... am I looking at the wrong thing? Again. 200 by 200. I think that first Devil May Cry one was probably from the HD collection. But still, you get the point across. Why is that little Dante face? Why is that? It can't be his face. What was that? Anyway, we got the coat here. I'm going to edit mode. The coat and the skin for his shirt are all on one spot. Okay. Efficiency for the win. And then we got the redness of his coat over here. These things. Why are these things? Oh, it's not a these thing, it's his holster. It's a holster. Okay. The holster like thing is part of the okay, I see. So we've got the coat. The coat is would pretty much be body 1, right? Upper body 1. So it's got the hands, you see here? It's got the hands, head, and the coat, and all of them are on this one texture here. Efficiency, baby. So we're gonna hide that. And then now we're left with, look, I've gotta hide the sword. What is body 2, which is his legs, the holster, and the accessories. Done a lot better, even though it is just... Oh, it's not... Wait. Oh, it's actually a little, like, meshed polygon. It's not a flat PNG like in DMC2. But now I want to go see the texture for this one. Okay. I'm guessing this is all the little accessories. What are all these? Those are all the little accessories. Those are the boots. Again, you're only seeing one of them because they just overlapped them. This pixelization is really make it look real PlayStation 2. But I'm guessing now you kind of see why UV maps need why 9th gen UV texture maps, shaders. Sorry, so many words for the same thing. Shaders are so huge. Is because if they weren't huge, they would look like this. They would look a bit blurry and stuff when they're splayed across the mesh. Again, closed off at the top. I'm pretty sure his boots are closed off too. But I want to take a look at these boots, man. These boots look interesting. The low resness kind of giving Predator vibes. You know, the Predator's like suit. But either way, move up, we got... Where's this cool belt buckle? Where's the texture for this one? He should be having a really cool belt buckle. Is that from Devil May Cry 4? Anyway. So those are the pants there. Oh no, the cool belt buckles are here at the end of his shirt. Ah, I see. So that's... makes up there. And then that's the body there. Along with the holsters. The holsters, like, front... What? So his holster goes into his shirt? Or is this a problem? I don't know. I don't know which guy. I'll have to find out which cutscene this is from. And then, of course, you have the sword. I forgot it's what Redemption. Redemption is the sword. Yeah. Redemption is the sword. So, let's see. What else did I... The hands. The hands I haven't checked out. And it's 100 pixels. Such a far cry, man. Like, just the other day I'm looking at 4K tiles, now I'm looking at 128. Crazy. But I wonder, because it's polygon modeling, is it easier, just straight polygon modeling, than, you know, sculpting and then retopologizing and then optimizing? And probably. Probably. But yeah, we've already looked at that, checked out how they did this. Let's go back to the modeling here. Like, I really love this model. Man, this model is... It's probably nostalgia that's talking. Oh wait, I'm curious how they made the textures on the sword. Do we have this? We should. Oh, so to maintain with 128 with a 128 by 64 tile, how do you make sure to get all the detail you want? Well, it's simple, really. You divide that, and you split that dude in half. You put the handle with all the skull and details of the majority part of it, and then because the blade is just long, you put that running along the sides. Yeah, I love this. We love efficiency. Actual efficiency, not like Doge. Elon Musk's Doge. Anyway, I think I've looked at everything I can look at for this one. Dante has had various models throughout the course of the game, so I think what I'll do is I will try and find other Dante models from various points in the game, because this cutscene one, I'm feeling a bit iffy about it. It still looks cool though. Still looks cool, and I like the design of it, but I feel like I'm rating it a bit higher than I should because of nostalgia. Whilst, in fact, just in terms of general design, the Devil May Cry 4 one is actually my favorite. So, yeah. Just to end it off, we're in 2006 now. Okay, we started off in 2001, we're in 2006, and this is the kind of 3D modeling stuff they were doing. I like the fact that they tried to make it look realistic, but in doing that, its own style kind of like came through. You know, because yes, it is supposed to be, but it's not like one-to-one realism. Because I've noticed one-to-one realism can get a bit boring. You need a little bit of stylization to keep that shit fresh. So I think I've yapped on enough about the Devil May Cry 3 model. Let's just see what the wireframe looks like. From far, it's like so dense, it's just red. Come closer. Yeah, got some neck triangular. Oh, that's interesting. From the neck down, triangulated it, and they added. Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot what it's called. This word is an endgone when they connect to more than one into the body, and then the body is now more. These guys are really just doing anything. Whatever gets the job done. Would this fly in the modern day? Yeah, it would. It's Dante. He the coolest. Just doing some topology inspecting here. Hold on. Just inspecting some topology here. Okay. So with the chest, they did it's like the polygon density keeps going up. So this one comes out here, connects into these little quads here, and then they just doop, 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 doop. This looks like a, hey, what do you think? Too many polygons. You need to reduce the polygons. Okay. Then they did that. We got. Hold on. I want to select this too. Okay, hold on. So this whole part, let's do that again, Control L. This whole holster part is modeled together. I want to isolate it. Okay, this is the top part of the holster. And then this chest part. Hey, it's just like with Squirrel Girl and her little chest band. It's just there. Again, solutions. It's all about solutions. Can you get it done? What gets it done in the least destructive, most effective way? But like, talk about least destructive. Look at that. Oh my god, that's nightmare topology. Still works though. I'm not gonna complain about it as much as I do Marvel Rivals. Maybe that's a little bit of bias coming through, but yeah. I think I've said everything I need to say about this Devil May Cry model. Now we're gonna go to my favorite design for Dante, which is the Devil May Cry 4 one. And as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for your viewership. Catch you in the next one. Next one? Why did I say it like that? Okay, so we are here at the 7th generation. And we're looking at Dante from Devil May Cry 4, which came out back in 2008. Now, interesting little story time about this particular model. The first iteration of it that I downloaded only had diffuse maps. Okay, it was only diffuse maps, and I thought to myself, that can't be right. This came out in 2008 on the PS3 and Xbox 360. Pretty sure we're rocking with normal maps by then, and I was indeed right. But, so I went, and I looked for another model, hopefully that has the shaders, and I did find one. The only problem is that the one I found was a 3DS file, and Blender, as you can see, doesn't support 3DS, because 3ds Max is a lame ass software. I'm joking. 3ds Max is really good. So, but what it did come with were the rest of them, the normals and the specularity maps. But they were a little bit off. So I had to rescale them a bit and put them back, and here we are. We have a what I'm assuming is like a good. This is what the in-game model should look like. But yeah, I rearranged them myself. I made the normals a bit stronger. Actually, I made all of them a bit stronger so that you can be able to see them. But yeah, I've mentioned before, this is my favorite Dante design. If Devil May Cry 3's Dante is like early 20s, I'd put this guy like late 30s, because Devil May Cry 5 Dante is midlife crisis Dante. But let's check the polygon count. Look, almost times 4. Close to times 6? I don't know, my maths is awful. But yeah, 27,000, almost 30,000 faces, as opposed to 5k from before, 5k and less from before. And let's quickly just look at the quick look over for the topology. Remember all that funkiness was going on Dante's neck? That this is what it should have looked like. I'm sure it looked a little bit like this before, but I'm gonna assume some higher up was like, no, we need less polygons. And the polygon density, as always, more on the face than on the body. But I like how they spread them apart. You see how on the top here, like the rows of it, the edges, they're not like the same consistency. They keep getting wider as you go lower. This, and then this triangulation, I'm sure this was done in model. This wasn't in engine. And I can also say that this came from a high poly sculpt. I'm pretty sure this came from a high poly sculpt, because a lot of the details, like some of the details I'm seeing here, like some of here. Let me show you. Come into edit mode. Oh snaps! That's actually like modeled. I'm trying to like things like these little grooves here, these threads here, yeah, and things like this. You see here, it kind of bends in. This is how I figured out like how normal maps work. You see, like this face, right? In the solid, it's just that. But when you go into rendered, there's a little. It dips in a bit. It bends in a bit. That's what the normal map does. It makes that effect through how the light falls on it. But this model though, I have to separate by material, because if you see here in the materials tab, everything is just labeled material, and so yeah, it's 11 materials. So we go in there, we say P, we say by material, and we're on our way. So let's kick it off by looking at the hair. First of all, this hair looks fucking smashing. Looks amazing compared to the other ones. But the other ones, I'm not saying the other ones looked bad by design. It was just by limitation. This one though, you see this, since it's a higher res texture, you can see the hairs. It's going to UV here. Finding these models, finding these textures is gonna. Oh no, they're named. Cool. They're named. Ooh, so neatly packed. Let's check that image size. There we go. 7th gen, 1K texture tile. Now we're coming back into familiar territories over here. So, edit mode. This I found interesting. You see, what I did, I pressed Ctrl L to select all of them. It's got this bottom layer here that's actually just solid. And also this layer here at the back, which is also just solid. You see how they did the hair? They took these like solid chunks. As you can see there. They made the hair out of these solid chunks and then added the hair cards. Solid chunks. They added the hair cards for detail, for like bangs and stuff. That is... it's interesting. It's interesting. Dare I say it? Clever. It's real clever, because you don't have to sit here putting all these hair cards in, but even with like putting them individually, you could still always just use like object modifiers. Yeah, you could use some kind of modifiers to get that going. But so far, digging. I'm digging the solution they came up with for the hair. Okay, let's unreveal that. Okay, isolate that. Go into edit mode. Now we're looking at his head and oh wow! So the head actually this is cool. This is interesting. Okay, so now I gotta find which one is this. Arms, diff, chap's face. There. You see? And again, I'm sure it's 1K. Yeah, 1K texture tile. So, we see here, on this one, they have the hair. See, up here. Up here. They have the hair in it. Which makes things a lot easier, because now, even like, at the bottom, if you like, sort of miss a spot, the hair that's already on the head is going to cover up for it. 2 ears on each side. This is new, because usually they'll just take the one ear and then overlap it, as I said. But there's a lot of detail though on this beard, on this face texture. I mean, which translates really well to make him have handsome face, as it were. I would have thought that the eyebrows would have been hair cards. Are they though? I'll go back and check. Again, dank, really dense polygon density from the face to the neck. Then let's check that. Wait, we don't have the inside of the mouth stuff. Again, I'm guessing that the inside of the mouth stuff is probably going to be on its own. Most likely, yes. But this is interesting. This is super interesting. Let's see what the actual splayed UV looks like. Okay, so in the UV map, let's do this. They put the ears separate. Let's go into face mode. They put the ears separate so they can get them like that. I would have just put. Is there a reason to put them on top of each other? Like, if I'm not gonna use this space, then what am I gonna put there? So I kind of understand why they did what they did. Okay. So far, I'm still digging this model. So far, I'm really impressed. They've done some really interesting stuff. Let me see. I want to look at the inside of the mouth and the eyes now. Oh dear, what's going on here? Did I not unwrap it? I'm guessing. Yeah, this probably happened. Here, let me show you. Show why this is happening. I told you that I had to go and find the other shaders. Eye, face, glove. Where is that? Can't seem to find it. But yeah, the reason why it looks a bit weird is because I had to reset them up. But as usual, see, oh, it's like semi-textured, it's semi-modeled. But as usual, textures are what are carrying this. And yeah, I could have done a better job with the eyes and setting up the eye textures. This is my bad. My bad. I could have set this mouth up better, but I still got the information that I wanted from it. This seems to be two definitive ways of making inside the mouth. It's either one solid mesh or individual teeth. It just depends on what level of fidelity you require or that you want. Okay, so we looked at that. Should we select the main? Let's look at this one first. Let's look at his top first. So this one should be this. I saw this material just now when I was scrolling past. This should be inner. Yes. Inner wait, did we? No, we didn't look at the normal maps for the face. Okay, let's go check out the normal maps for the face. Let's go check face normals. Just type NRM. Isolate the normals. Face. Oh wow. they're so subtle. Look. You can barely... Okay, I think... Here, I'm gonna have to come into the shading window. Boop. Lest I dox myself. I'm gonna come here. So I increase it a bit. I put it back down to 1. No, I didn't. Still 4.5. Okay, it's kind of looking worse. Okay, that's better. That is better. But it's a very subtle normal map, as you can see. I was beefing it up so you can see the kind of wrinkles it actually produces. Man, this dude's handsome. Fine. Let's go back. We should be having more detailed normal maps for this inner here, the inner part here. But before that, let's quickly check how they arranged this. So we have the inner part here, which is that like the top thingy. You have these details being put on a separate material. Okay, the belts and the stuff. Again, this is late 2000s cool, so everything gotta have belts. Okay, and then the legs. Okay. Legs into the little like flares, I want to call them. Let's see the difference between solid and rendered. Solid. They modeled them. Yo, niceness. They modeled them. You see? There they are. They're doing that thing I'm always gushing about. The whole like when you model it and then and with the modeling and the texturing working in tandem to make a really cool real-time effect. That's the kind of stuff that got me geeking. Remember the belt from the Devil May Cry 2 guy that was just the Devil May Cry 2 Dante that was just PNG? You see this? Whoop. Let's put you into solid mode. You see that? That's what I was talking about. That's what the cool kids do. Yeah. You extract the normals. You make a lower poly mesh and then extract its normals, baby. Hell yeah. Okay, and then of course we have the hand and forearm. See, I would have thought that these two would have been on the same texture map, but that would have been a faux pas. And then I'm guessing the gloves are their own. Yeah. Super interesting way of setting this up. Nice. Always separate by material. You get a lot of good stuff. But okay, let's get back to the shaders. We were looking at inner diff. Okay, it's a rectangle. I'm guessing it's 1K by 500. Yeah, 1K by 500. This is the predecessor to the long boy textures, the long boy UVs that we're looking at. It's isolate. Now, we've got this cross-hatching kind of thing going on. This fabric-y look to it. Let's switch back to solid, see what's been done, what's been done them. So with this one, though, it's the shaders that are carrying. And I'm sure the shaders is where you're gonna see this little hexagon. It's still here, though. But now you're gonna... Now we're gonna go check its normal, so you can see what I mean. You see? It has the folds in the clothes. Just put that detail into the normal map so that you don't have to sacrifice any polygons for it. So yeah, I really like doing that, like different, so you can see how much the normal map's actually carrying. This is good stuff, man. This is really good stuff. Even the seams have been handled by... But that's a standard practice. What am I talking about? Yeah, I think that's the inner part there. The inner part of his coat. Which is that one. Now let's check out the coat... Huh? What's this now? The coat is in 2 layers. Huh. That's interesting. is so interesting. So, why is that though? Oh yeah, it completes the. Okay. Maybe there's an error or something. I don't know. Oh, I think I see why. It's so that you can have the inside part here looking like that, and then have the outside part looking like that. I'm gonna assume so. But now let's go see what they have it named as here. They have jacket and jacket lining. Okay, I'm guessing. Wait. This is the jacket lining on the inside. I was right. Because you see, when I hide the top part, look. When I hide the top part, yeah. So this is the rest of the coat. So it's absolutely necessary to get this, to do this. But right now, I don't want to see the jacket lining. I want to see the jacket. Let's isolate. Edit to mode. Oh, shout out whoever like made these shaders, man. They are gorgeous. I zoned out there just looking at the details on it. So they divided this into two. You have this outer jacket layer, which is done here. I'm pretty sure this V thing here is, yeah, it's shaders. It's all shaders, baby. This one here. So this jacket, this one actually came with two different shaders. It came with a normal and a specularity. I just haven't looked at the specularity yet. We'll go check out the specularity just now. So you see, these lines, everything else here being carried by you can see the effect of the normal map. Even here in the normal, you can see what it does. This bottom part here, yeah, it's over there. And because this is the 7th gen, we don't gotta do the whole half into fold into the other one for things like main body parts. So, and then I'm curious how many polygons this thing just has like on its own. Did I not? It's like 1,000. This dude's coat alone is 1/5 the previous Dante's. Nice. Can't really say much. The pockets. Honestly, I want to see how they did the pockets. They just modeled them into it. Oh, I'm guessing this was just a simple like extruding operation. No. Huh? Was it? Yeah, probably was an extruding operation. After they remeshed over the 3D one, the main one, they just extruded it and yeah, made it into the pocket. Okay, and then let's actually check out the specularity. Specularity is what adds that little like glossy shine to it that you see. Yeah, okay, and then the inner jacket now. Yeah, you see? It does look like the inner. It doesn't have that stuff at the back, but it's got a lot more texture detailing and stuff going on in the middle. Jacket lining. Yeah, the middle. And it's a different tone too, so that's probably why they did that. Slightly different tone, and I think it just gives more depth to the look of the model. I'm sure that there's a lot of reasons why they chose to do it this way. Still cool though. See the layers that they arranged. And then the upper. Okay. Oh. So that's a separate material too. Well, gotta put it in ISO. And then go and find it. It's probably arms, so that we're going all the way up. No. It's not arms. It's jacket. Sleeve. Yes, here we are. So we got another long boy texture here. 500 by 1,000. Another long boy texture. And then I'm curious about this part here. Yo, this thing, what do you call that? That brown part here. I was expecting it to have been modeled, but no. It's pure shaders. Because you see, that's where the modeling goes. Again, let's go solid, shade, solid, shade. It's pure shaders, baby. And by pure shaders, I mean this guy. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Giving that effect just by having the seam on the normal map. Oh my lord. And also the wait, this this X pattern here? Is this for the back part of his jack? Wait, where does this go? Where is that? Huh. Anyway, the collar though. I'm guessing the collar is this one here at the bottom because I'm seeing these seams here. So the collar is, but that's kind of interesting. And I can when I think about it for a second, I see why. Again, this is more just like UV space economy, maximizing UV space economy. Instead of having this whole jacket along with its arms, to which you're gonna be sacrificing detail from both of them to be able to make them fit onto one UV, just put them on separate UVs. You can both of them can get as much detail and as much quality as they need. And then, oh yeah, we already looked at that part because that was the inner part of that jacket there. Now let's look at the hand here. So because he's wearing a glove with one finger, I wonder why. Interesting little design choice there. And here it is. There it is. The one finger and his wrist. And his forearm. One finger and his forearm. I don't gotta go to the other one because with this one though, they used the overlapping. They overlapped the UVs on top of each other, as you can tell, because it's the exact same thing, and it's an arm, so it's not as important as a face technically. Not IRL, but in engine. You get what I mean. You get what I mean. This. Hey, is this a scan? This looks like a scan. I think some of these are just scans, 3D scans. I bet the normals go dummy. Really, really hard outline here on the thumb, on the finger, so you can see it. Let's see. Yeah. So you can be able to see the nail outline. They just they put the outline there on the normal map. Again, just like the skin with the face, very subtle. So if you wanna really, really see the pores, I'm gonna have to go and beef those up so you can see what's going on. Actually, I think this is how they're supposed to look, because now I can start to see things like veins and all those details. So I'll leave it at 3 because I think that's how it's supposed to look. And you see, it looks a lot better now. Let me see. I'm also put this at 3 so they can match. Yeah, that looks better. See? Oh, this cool ass vein. I wanna go find the vein in the. It's there. That's the vein right there. Right there. A lot of veins, Dante. What you been getting up to? Anyway. So we've checked out everything. I think now we are at the second last bit, which is the legs. And the legs here are chaps? What? So I just want to see how these were done. Let's go with sleeve. Oh, that's the belt. Oh, wait. Are we? That's that belt here. This one. Yeah. That one. A lot of. Okay, that's actually a lot of way more polygons than I was expecting, just for the little belt buckle. But it works. It works. And then also it also counts as the zips here for the pants part. Just any zip actually. Oh wow, that's super cool. All the zips are here. That's why you see this configuration brain.exe has stopped working. That's why you see this like pile of just mess here over here. It's because they've taken all of them. See? Every last zip and just plopped it on there. Then they took every last like zipper, put it there. cool stuff. Cool stuff. It's like when you're making stuff for game engines, for video games, I mean, optimization has to be forefront and everything that you think about. At least that's what I'm gathering from these models, because I'm seeing why they chose to do what they chose to do. So we got these smexy pants over here. It's really dark behind here. Let me change it into something a bit brighter. So these pants are divided into, let's go find this texture. It's on the chaps. Okay. So you have this lower red part here. I really like the design on it. And that lower part is this part here. It's all this mess. All this mess over here. And then you have this middle part here. I just want to see if it's been modeled or it's... Oh, it's like... It is modeled. It is modeled. Yeah. They modeled it in so that it can really accentuate the difference there in graphics. So, oh, he's wearing red pants and chaps on top. I'll rock with it. That's been splayed across here. All four, as you can see, again, texture size, tile size, 1K by 1K because it's the lower half of his body. And then, of course, normal maps doing a lot of heavy lifting. What about here? Especially here, towards the top here, where you start to get these creases from where you bend your leg. It's all just normal maps, dude. I kind of wish I was working at this era. This for me, the process of making the normal maps from extracting them from the higher res, I find that really fun. It's really fun to do. It's fun. It's one of the more fun things to do. So now let's go and look at it against its normals. Man, these normals are banging! Look at that. Look at that. Substance Painter going in. And you see the creases, like I said, those are done. Then you have the crotch area. Again, heavy lifting. Heavy lifting. This was probably like, if I was to make something like this, I'd do it in layers. I'd first get the layer of the detail on top here, and then get the layer for this little grooves, and then just like block them together and bake into one texture. Into one texture, yeah. So the polygon distribution though is a little weird. Okay, it's a little weird. Now, the only modeled creases are here on the knees, which I understand. I understand why you did do that. It's a point that bends a lot, so the bending has to look a bit more convincing than sort of the folds on here. You know, the folds up here. These can just not, but the ones on the knees, these can just be done using normal, but the ones on the knees need to be there because they, like I said, this is a point that actually bends, so it's going to look a lot, it's going to break the illusion if you're not seeing any actual physical bending when he does bend. Not break the game, just it's like, so far I feel like video games, it's all these little details, all these little things that then come together to make light work. So we're down to the shoes. Why do they like this? Well, I think it's because, yeah, they've been covered up. I wasn't expecting that. But as usual, if it's not gonna be seen, why model it? Especially in games, if it's not gonna be seen, why model it? Is it on the boots or something? Yeah, it's on the boots. So he should be wearing boots. Okay, so what part is this one here then? Which part is that one? No, it's not there. We select them all. Huh. What's all this? What part is that? What part could that be? Because that's the sole, that's that front part there. Again, We gotta check the normal maps, so see that the normal maps are mapping. But this one's a much harsher. Much harsher. That's why they're bouncing more light off of them. Because they really wanted, you see, the bottom part is actually flat. I think the reason why they did that is because since this bottom part, the bottom part being flat, you don't wanna... It's flat, but you still want the grooves of the shoes and then part of the shoes to show as well as they can. So you just really increase the strength on this one, on the normal map. And then lastly, this should be the last thing we're checking out for this Dante, is the glove. Yes, let's go check the glove texture now. This is the... I just passed it, literally just passed it. Glove, yeah. So that's what the texture looks like. Got a little bit of skin there. Again, I'm sure this is like, what, 500 or something? No, also 1k for the gloves. Also 1k for the gloves. Looking really good. You can see all the little groovies, all the seams. Why are you seeing the seams so well? Because the normal maps have been done so well. But there's no like skin diffuse here, it's just plain. So I would have thought they would have taken a bit of the normal map from that one and put it there instead, but who's gonna pay attention to that? Me! I'm gonna pay attention to that. But anyway. I think that's all for this model. Again, I just can't get enough of this model, man. It's my favorite one, dude. It's the coolest Dante. It's a pre-midlife crisis Dante, you know? But if you're still watching, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for staying here. And yeah, I don't know. Consider... Wait. Oh yeah, I've already spoken about that. Then these little details are been handled by... Wait. Okay, let's only check that. Oh, there's even zips at the back here. And I'm sure there's zips also back in that front zip there. So, yeah, I think that's all for this one. As I was saying before I got distracted there, thank you. If you like what I'm doing here, consider subscribing and also consider supporting me over on Patreon. But now we're gonna go over to Devil May Cry 5's Dante. And yeah, see you there. And here we are, baby. 8th generation. Devil May Cry 5, which came out in 2019. Now, I started playing Devil May Cry 5, I just hadn't finished it. So, no spoilers, please. I was very early on. I don't know why I haven't, and I know I'm doing myself a huge disservice by not playing it because I've only heard and seen good things about that model. About that game, I mean. So, yeah, we're in the 8th gen now. We are just one gen removed from the current generation, and you can see the polygon count has increased exponentially. We're looking at almost 100,000 faces here. I'm guessing one of the main culprits for this one is probably this hair. And yeah, but before we start going over it, let's just give it a quick run around, just a quick look under the result. As always, I love this model. This is so cool. I love the way it looks. I'm very curious to see how they did those details. We got okay. I'll give it this. Okay, I like the trousers a lot more than the Devil May Cry 4 one. Oh my god, the Devil May Cry 4 one is so fucking stylish. Oh my god, I like this model though. This is a cool, very cool looking model. I love that, you know, we've we've left all the belts on everything back in the early 2000s, as early mid 2000s. That's good. We're not going for more subtle stuff. And Dante is older. If you check in all the models, Dante's been getting older as the models progressed. So I feel like I'm growing with my boy here. But enough yapper. Let's check the ooh baby. Ooh, baby, that is a lot of... Oh my god. This is so dense. But it's arranged so neatly, though. So well... Hold on. Let's Alt-J. Let's untriangulate it. Brings it to like 90,000 faces when you untriangulate it. So yeah, this is still very, very high density model, but again, it's 8th gen. This came out on the PS4. It should be PS4. So we can handle this, okay? We have left those limitations behind. So let's kick it off. Okay, everything's been separated by material already. Nice. So let's kick it off the way we always do by checking out this hair. Oh yeah, the hair now looks very like ultra realistic. The hair on Dante on Devil May Cry 4 Dante's was good looking. This is straight up. Oh my god, you can't even see. It's like I told you one of the main culprits of this 40,000 faces polys for the hair. I don't know how to feel about that. Actually, no, I'm kind of disgusted. Feels excessive. Feels really excessive. Like, what's even going on here? Hold on. What? So it's like a ton of these strands. Is that what's going on? Okay, here, let me do this. See if we take C. I'm gonna select a bunch like that and then Control L. Because I want to see how far these hair strands go. Yeah, see, dude, these are... Oh, no, wrong button. Wrong button. That is some dense hair. Up. Dang it, forgot to hide the armature here. That is some dense hair. Even in solid, like non-rendered mode, it still looks like hair because of how much. Actually, yeah, let's just go check quickly. Go see what solid mode looks like. So that's why it has so much. Look, if we take out the head and the hair, it's oh wow. Let's do that. Okay, that's still a lot. That's still a lot. But I just want to quickly go look at it. But look at how is. Yeah, I get it. You know, stronger PCs, but come on, man, this is making me feel a little bit uncomfortable. But still, let's go back here to the UV space because look how they did it. Okay, it's a 1K by 1K texture map. A 1K. Why does it look rectangular? If it's... Oh no, it's 1 by 2. Sorry, my eyes are giving up on me. Your boy's aging. Yeah, 1K by 2K for the hair. And then it's just like 5-6 different strips. If you go into edit mode, you see? It's like 5-6 different strips that they then pile on top of each other like crazy. Yay, the 8th generation, everybody! We don't give a crap about polygon count. Let's go. Yeah, I'm just a little shook. I'm a little shook by this. I wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't. Especially like how the previous one I was like, yo, that's so cool because it's so effective. But I think with this one, an advantage you would get is that you can get some really nice looking real-time hair physics going. If you set it up right. It should look fantastic. Just like it does in the game. And then this hair is made up of that and normals too. We got normals on the hair. Okay. I see. That's why it looks like this hair looks so good though. I'm over here complaining that oh my god, too many polygons, but it still looks so good. It's done so well. I'm also gonna be doing a follow-up video for like the evolution of Virgil's models. But I got an idea. If I can get to 1,000 subscribers and 100 Patreons, I'm gonna live stream myself finally finishing Devil May Cry 5. Yeah, there. I said it. In one sitting too. I got the idea from Tender Wexai. But enough about that. Let me see. Is there any other hair? That's a very interesting way of setting up hair. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, now let's head over to the face. Again, just like the previous one, he has hair underneath. He has it's like his this is kind of funny. It's like he's whining. It's like he's going But anyway, this is that one here. This redness is for the mouth, and like the inside should be for the inside parts of the mouth. Should be for like that part there. Yeah. But shout out, this level of detail is the kind of stuff I live for. Look at this. Look at this. This had to be a scam. Yeah. This looks like a scan of photography. 2K by 2K texture maps. Okay, that's fair. That's actually reasonable because the Marvel Rival ones are like 4K per character. But I've done some research and I've seen reasons as to why it's like that. With this one though, again, let's see. As per the usual, polygon density, huge difference between, actually massive difference. Look, if you zoom out a bit, the head almost turns like fully blue because of how many polygons there. But again, this is to get that immaculate face morphing, that convincing immaculate face, so they're not just flapping their mouths back and forth. Dope ass edge flow. Let me see what this looks like unsubdivided. No, untriangulated. Huh. So it actually was really clean coming out of the game engine. And then these face details here are indeed modeled. Oh, I could have swore that those were modeled. Oh, it's like halfway. It's like yeah. It's like semi-modeling, semi shaders. But the shaders they're all doing their jobs here. This is really good. For you to achieve a look like this, you gotta go in twofold. You gotta make the shaders themselves look really good, and then you gotta set them up really well to achieve this look. So it's a two-pronged approach. Let's check the normal for the head. Oh, I should have turned off the alpha channels, but this normal has a bit of alphaness to it. The pores, though, I think what they did was they took that face photographic scan or whatever, and they used that to generate a normal map from it. You can do that. This software, freeware even, that can do that. So I'm sure an in-house company, an in-house studio with hundreds of millions can develop some in-house software to do that. I just want to quickly look at the ear here, see how it, this inside part here, look at this part here. I want to see what the normal maps are doing for that one. Okay, so it's there. So there, here-ish. Just make it look like an ear. They even got the 5 o'clock shadows, dude. You can get really close. It is just, a PNG at the end of the day, but the way they set it up is what makes it so magic. And there should be a third shader. Now, this SSS, I'm assuming, is subsurface scattering. Huh? No, it's not subsurface. Is it? I'm not sure. This is not subs, because if it was a subsurface scattering map, unless if it's like the map for it, and then you can add the color later. So I'm guessing it could be, yeah, the SSS could be subsurface scattering. This is for the light, when the light passes through it, and you get that, like, when light passes through and your skin starts turning red. That's what that's for. Wait, I'm trying to get a hold of this. So they were made separate then. The eyes and the mouth were made separate. Okay, cool. Let's bring them back. What? Wait. Hold on. The beard is a separate object. Huh. Now, this super subtle effect, did it require this many polygons? Yes, it absolutely it absolutely did. But do you see how they work in tandem? Look. I'm gonna move it aside. Whoop. Bring it back. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock shadow, but they do have actual 5 o'clock shadow and underneath. It looks kind of goofy without it. If Dante doesn't have like a full beard in Devil May Cry 6, I ain't buying it. Just kidding. But enough of that. Enough of that. We have this SSS. Now, I could be wrong, but this map here that you're seeing, this SSS map, what you do is you plug this into the factor of your subsurface scattering, and then it tells you where it's going to, the light, what parts are going to permeate through, at how much they're going to permeate through, which is why it's a black and white map and not like red or something. At least that's what I'm going to assume. But other than that, I want to see inside the mouth. Nope. Funkiness is going on there. And I'm going to guess that, here, let's come back to this hair. I'm guessing this is also, yeah, right there. Right there. See? Go into edit mode, select them all. It's right there. I love this model already. This model's super cool. I mean, design flair, 7 out of 10. But model itself, yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging it so far. So we've checked out the head, face, eyes. I wanna look into your eyes. Yo, if I ever get like copyright struck from this like little singing that I do, I will be so mad. Because I am known to bust into a tune every once in a while. Wait. Are the eyes wonk? There's... Interesting. See the topology here? It's almost like spiraling. Why is that? I find that super interesting. Because usually it's just a it's almost like a spider web type thing. For the eyes usually, but this one's like spiral. I'm sure there's a reason why. Maybe it was during the modeling. There was some kind of modeling operation. But when it comes to eyes though, and I haven't mentioned this, but there are like 1.5 million different ways you can do eyes, and all of them will give you different effects. For this one though, this one looks, this is, to me, it's like the simplest method, which is just model it, find a texture, manipulate the texture a bit to make the texture look really good, and then slap it on. You can do things like procedural eyes, where you do everything procedurally. I'm like 50, I'd say like D plus when it comes to making procedural shaders, but I gotta go in on them. There's 2 things I need to do. 3 things I need to learn: rigging, geometry nodes, like learn proper rigging, geometry nodes, and procedural textures. Yeah, I figure those out. I'm a beast. But either way, let's see. Poly count for the eyes. 900, which I find interesting because early PS1 games had models that were as low as like few hundred, like 500 polygons. So just Dante's eyes can be a whole PS2 model. Interesting stuff. So yeah, as you can see from the outline, it ends there. Now we can go to what I've actually been excited about. Huh? Oh, look. Okay. So the shoulder pads are a separate thing. Again, understandable. You didn't want them sharing the same UV space. Coat parts. Yeah, this coat part. So let's quickly let's do the whole like shift. Oh, it's shade. They use the normal map shaders for those grooves, but the buttons were modeled because, again, I told you before, if it changes the silhouette, model it. If it doesn't change the silhouette, normal maps it. Those are, you see these lines here. Let me show you. These lines here, I'm just gonna select where they are, the region where they are there. These grooves, it's these grooves here. I'm guessing, like I said, this is either photogram, taking. It's either a photo that they took, a 3D scan that they took, or somebody just went absolute dog shit crazy in Substance Painter, which is also a possibility. Someone just went insane on Substance Painter. So now you see there, those are those grooves there. That's what I love about normal maps, man. Just by looking at them, they already look real-ish. I don't know. Maybe that's the little 3D geek in me. But this is cool because I am geeking right now. I like the solution that they did for these shoulder pads. I just wasn't expecting them to be like separate. But this is still in keeping in spirit with that other model, because again, let me see, the UV tile space is like 1K. And then we have the coat, which is 2K by 2K. So again, I'm guessing this was all in the name of keeping detail consistent, because had you put these onto the same, you put the pads onto the same map, you would have had to have sacrificed a lot. Oh my lord, these are packed so well. Oh man, look at this. Look at that. Packed up these UVs, about to go to a funeral. Anyway, look at how they did the belt. The little belt buckle. They modeled the little belt buckle. I just find this so cute. Ah, come on. I find this so cute. Let me see the little belt buckle parts. They're over here. Do they put them on? They probably did put them on the same spot. Yeah, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Because that's how you do it, baby. That's how you do it. Learning so much. I feel like, what's that guy's name again? From Golden Boy? Study. That guy. Kotaro? I forgot his name. I think I might have just exposed myself there, but okay. Anyway. The little buckles here, same UV space, but I want to see how they've arranged this. This jacket's so cool. It's a cool looking jacket. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll do it like that, right? So this, I'm guessing this is the lower coat there. It's one side of the coat. And then this is the other side. So they didn't just overlap them this time. And why is that? Probably because of the normal maps not being like super symmetrical. Because that's the only time when you do the overlapping thing, when it's the exact same thing down to every detail, then you just like sort them onto the same thing. But the normal maps here, as you can see, like the folds and the stuff are a bit different on either side. So, but it's still there's still a lot of purpose for the normal map. Even though a lot of it is modeled, most of the folds are modeled because, as I said, 8th gen, we can handle this now. The normal maps still helped add that little extra, you know? Add that little je ne sais quoi, as it were. Ooh. What's going on here? Cute little button. You see that? That's what I mean when I say that normal maps, je ne sais quoi, whatever. This little divot here, instead of modeling that divot, which was probably going to cost you a lot of polys for literally something that is behind him. Oh, what was this now? Has this been modeled? Oh, it's this one. Little skull here. I want to see what it looks like in gray. Okay, this is a really good example now. You see how the main forms, the nose and the little skull, have been modeled, and then everything else is just smooth. That's because it's being taken care of by the shaders. The shaders. And then we have these that were also just put in. But now I'm wondering why were these ones just baked into the shader whilst the buttons, there was other buttons. Yeah, those. Oh, these buttons were modeled. But those weren't buttons. Those are like the holes that the buttons go into. That's why they weren't modeled. Because that's not the. So does it mean that this thing comes? It can come. It should be able to come off. Because. Oh, did I just give myself a spoiler? Anyway, it should be able to come off. This should have been designed to come off. Because you see, there's a lot of stuff underneath it. And then it's a separate object too. So they could have done like that so they can rig it differently so that, I don't know, this party's getting crazy. You know, just throw them off. I don't know. But I'm peeping. Now this backpack thingy, I'm really curious about. It's like a chest strap thing. So I want to see how they set it together. And I do that by selecting all the linked parts and then coming to the UVs and looking. This 2K by 2K, super necessary to be able to get this content, this quality, and have them looking consistent. That seems to be the key here, making it look consistent. I think the design would have been helped a bit more if these straps were brown, like fully brown, because they seem to be like a reddish. Yeah, they are like a reddish. Maybe it would have brought back some DMC3 nostalgia. But we're still running through this. I'm guessing this part here is the top part now. Okay, let's see what that's looking like. We got the zippies. Zip. I'm curious what the normal map is doing for this zip. It's doing everything for this zip. It's carrying. And then here are the, I'm guessing it's these little buttons here. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that, yeah, they have been baked into the normal map. Yup, Cerrone. There we go. I'm sure this has a purpose in game. I just haven't gotten to where it is, where it's needed. Okay, so that was the coat. We took off the coat. He's got the undershirt underneath. Unc Dante. Yeah. But still, really cool. I like what they did with the okay, no. We didn't investigate these wrists. The wrist seems to be mostly modeled. Huh. Actually, it's even the tears here. But the thing is, this is a different material. But we'll get to that. So this has been modeled. This is very interesting, especially coming from just looking at the Devil May Cry 4 model, of which they didn't model all the grooves to this detail. They instead just used normal maps, but here they actually textured them. They actually modeled them, I mean. Interesting. Again, with more power comes more polygons. More power, more polygons. Okay, let me see. And then the little belty thing. Oh no, that's part of the top there. Let's see. Then you got all these little metal bits, like your zippers, which again, I'm sure all just occupy the exact same spot, because that's how you do it. And then all of the textures, all these UVs have this like island sort of thing around them. This is just to keep them from bleeding into each other, or keeping the other one from affecting keeping one part separate. It's isolating it so it doesn't affect the other parts in terms of its color. There's a lot going on here though. There's a lot going on here. Let's go back into rendered mode. Wait, I want to do a bounce back, forth, back. No. Back, forth. Okay, so it seems to me a lot of the here around the wrist where there's like folds actual, they modeled them, they sculpted them, and then over here they just kind of let the normal maps do their own thing for these little grooves and divots, because actually they didn't. They subtly modeled them, you see? They just put like the shape of it. And then so yeah, we're still using techniques from years before. The difference now is we're using them but with more power, which is good, because you still want to stay optimized and all that for the sake of power, for the sake of economy. So it's good. I like that. We've taken those techniques, moved them into the modern day, and we're cooking. So now we gotta check out the undercoat here. Ooh, wait a second. I want to look at this isolated though for a bit, cause nice. Let's side by side. With the solid one. It is mostly modeled. Yeah, it's mostly modeled. Again, underneath here, this whole like closing it off thing, I I've seen that before, but you see, it's they did the thing they did on Dante from Devil May Cry 3's neck. They did it over here, and now I know for a fact it might have been a bit wrong because they've done it in a spot that you cannot see. Spot that you cannot see. So this is mostly modeled in place. Now I would have assumed that these tears would have been done using alpha channels. Like all of this would have been modeled, and then they just used some alpha channels in the textures to give this effect. But no, they are actually there. It's like there's actually holes, tears that have been modeled, and I'm paying real close attention to this because I'm gonna be working on some Invincible like fan stuff. So there's gotta be like superhero fights and a lot of violence and tearing. So I just want to see how they did their tear, but it looks a bit uniform. It's the problem. The tearing on it looks a bit too uniform in solid mode. But when you apply the shaders, it now looks a bit more like a tear than it is. See? It looks solid. And then with this though, the only difference really is that the normal maps add these little like creases around it like that to give it that effect. But wait. Loading. Brain.exe has stopped working. So, let's head over here into the texture. Again, let's check its size. 2K by 2K. We are going in. So, it's been splayed across. This here is the front chest part. Right there. And then, yeah, they did both things. There's both, they modeled this creases, added creases to the thing, and then also added it, I'm sure, to the normals. Yes, this must make it, because without it, it would have looked something like this. But just in like textured mode. And then the shaders do everything else. But mostly it's for the light. It's for how, it's for when the light falls on it and how it moves. But I'm wondering for the rig, if this part is rigged to move. I doubt it because of how rigid it already looks. Oh, the little tears are up here. Yeah, you see? This is where now it starts to look irregular in the textures. Interesting, because they added those in the textures. Now you see, from far away, it just looks like tears, but when you come close and into edit mode, you'll see it's... Yeah, come close into edit mode, then put it in solid. You see it's very neat looking little separations. Haha. Interesting. And then of course it's dibbied up like this because of the belt. What kind of shirt is this? What do you call this kind of shirt? I don't know. Fashion people in the chat. What kind of shirt is this? Yeah, that's why it's shaped up like that. It's because it's coming across the belt here. Is it like that the whole time? Oh, I'll find out when I have 1,000 subscribers and 100 patrons and I go and play the game again. But okay, we've looked at the shirt, the face. What? Why are those two different things? Isolate and find out. Head. That's the albedo. I'm trying to find, sorry for the silence, I'm trying to find the texture for this one. Eyebrow. Still not seeing it? Or was it in the body? Where are you? Hand should be here. Yeah, there we go. So, the hand is, even though it's been split into three separate parts, it's all being controlled by one material, it seems. Yeah, it seemed to be controlled by one material. Yeah, but it's in 3 parts. we have the hand actual, which is taped up here. I would have assumed the taping up would have been modeled. We have the forearm that's been separated. Does he like lose body parts in the game or something? Is that part where he like loses body parts? Because that's the only reason why I'd see why it's like this. In 3 parts. I want them to separate, or maybe it was just easier for the UV unwrapping. I don't know. This is things that are done in teams, so there could be some in-house team reason. But now I'm curious as to what the normal maps on this glove look like to give it this effect, to give it that effect there. So of course, these gotta be scans, dude. There is so much detail here. Not that it's impossible to get this level of detail whilst using something like just texture painting with shaders or substance painter, and I'm just trying to say I'm really impressed. Okay, I'm really impressed. And 2K by 2K, but then we have both arms on it, so that's fair. Man, there is a lot of... But even though the Marvel Rivals models are still ridiculously like way more... I could never escape Marvel Rivals, you know. But yeah, that's how we did the hand there. Wait. I'm trying to go and think. Oh, so they didn't. Hold up, I want to see how they did this. Ah, check. They put like 3 fingers there, 2 there, and the rest of the arm. This is cool. This is cool. So now the hand, which, again, had they put this all on one texture, the hand details would have suffered because it would have been smaller and it would have started to look blurry, like the PS2 ones. But they didn't. So now we're left with two things: the boots and the pants. But first, I want to quickly look at this belt buckle here. I want to see. Oh, we're about to have some fun tonight. Let's go find... Is it body 2? No. Legs. Should be legs. Where's this dope-ass belt? There it is. This belt buckle. And again, I'm pretty sure normal maps be carrying. Cause you see the difference? Yeah. Look how they did this. The belt buckle, right? They just added this little cylinder into the mesh, right? Into the belt. And then they added the hole onto the texture, baby. I like that. That's tight. Just like these pants. So, once again, you have the majority of the trouser part being the majority of the, I'm gonna guess, 2K texture map. The leg parts are up here. Once again, a lot of it has been sculpted actually. So, this leaves most of the normal map work for things like the detailing, like these grooves here, not grooves, these like, yeah, whatever, this fashion whatevers, and also things like these little shoot things, decoration things on his belt buckle, things like these here. You know what, let's pull this up. See, that's where all of that is. Dante Giat, for real. Move it there. Wait, I want to see how they did these belt straps. Okay, so there's no hole in the belt strap. Understandable. Yeah, they just extruded it outwards. Understandable. Again, we got there. That is... It's there. Yeah, it's over there. And then that's there. Man, I am deeply impressed by this model. I don't want to... I don't want to say it could be a bit more economically. No. It's fine. It's fine. It works. It works so well. And then the buttons here, modeled. Buttons, belt buckle, all modeled in. I'm guessing this zip also modeled in. Yes. This little details are the kind of stuff that, you know, get you geeking, oh man, this is gonna be so cool. They even modeled his zipper. Again, closed off the holes. Can somebody be a doll in the chat and just give me a really an explanation that's better than, oh, when they move through each other you don't want to see what's underneath, as to why they close those off? Because that's what I assume that when he's moving and bending and stuff, you don't, when they separate, you don't want to look underneath and have that hollow, like, see through the model effect to it. But these are some cool pants. These are some really, really cool pants. Where can I get them? Okay, but last thing I want to check is this belt. So the belt has just been modeled into the pants. It's not like a separate thing like I've seen in some other Marvel Rivals models. Okay. And now we can check out the last thing, which is the one thing I've really been, not the only thing I've been excited about, but I've really been looking forward to checking out these shoes. First step, let's see, solid mode. Yes, most things have been modeled, but yeah, this type, the way this model looks is why I keep saying that it definitely came from a high poly sculpt. Wait, let me see something. Yeah, that's a lot better. It's a lot better looking. Shade auto smooth. Yeah, details like those. Actually, let me... Now I gotta do it with everything. Then come back and look at it. Yeah, looks a bit better. Okay. Back to the shoes. Should be boots. Hey, where are the boots? So I see leg here. Hand, eyebrow, coat parts, body. Or is it on the body? Okay, hold on. So they're by themselves. Oh, I thought maybe they were part of another map. I just gotta find them. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll come into the shader. See what this is material 5. Dante leg. So it was part of leg. Oh. Yeah, now I feel like a dumbass. Yeah, I feel like a dumbass now. It was all part. It was in the leg. The boot. Okay, so it was mostly pants, and then down here we have the legs, the boots. I mean, so the boots are comprised of this. Wait. Oh, so look at that. The straps, underneath the straps, they hid the faces underneath the straps, which in terms of economy, hell yeah. So these models actually have been optimized really well for its purpose and for its console. Super well, dude. Super well. But I like how they did how they did them. Like, you have the inner part here, which is that front part there. I'm guessing this is the under. Which one's this? What part is this? Yeah, I was right. It's the under of the shoe. And then you have these straps that come around it into the belt buckle. That's the silver stuff that you're seeing here. You can even see in the UV. That's what they look like there. Let's get really close. Those have been modeled in. Okay. Yes. I love these are my favorite shoes that I've looked at so far in my 3D modeling. Yes, even better than Squirrel Girl's cute little shoes. But I want to see what parts the normal map is. These normal maps have a bit of an alpha channel to them. I'm gonna assume that is for so that the seams don't show as hard in parts where they shouldn't be showing. If not, again, I'm all ears to any explanations as to why that is. I am all ears. Again, let's go into solid mode. The holes have been textured. Yes, yes. Holes textured in. But this part here, though, they really modeled everything for this part here. Which is understandable because, again, it changes the silhouette. So, just one more turnaround. One more turnaround on these shoes because I'm digging these shoes. Nice, nice. These must have been very fun to make because I assume first you make the inner layer, and then you could use like a shrink wrap modifier. You could use curves even. You set up the belt, you model it separate, and then you wrap it around it, and then you hide the faces that are not visible. But yeah, that there was Devil May Cry 5's Dante. And with that, I think, is there anything we may have missed out? Is there anything we haven't looked at? Nah, so I'm just gonna like finish off the video with a real close-up of his face. Yeah. But actually, before I finish up this video, what I'm gonna do is we're going to look at all of them all together. Just a quick little like look at all, but still, thank you though for watching the video. Thank you for, if you're still here, if you watched this far, thank you so much. You person who's still watching right now, are the reason why I do this. It's the reason I'm doing this right now. I did this for you, so thank you. But we are done now, so let's go over and look at all of them all together. Thanks for the support. You can consider subscribing on Patreon, and see you in the final bit of this video. So here we are, all the Dantes all together. Look at them in their infinite glory. But what I wanted to do though was just scroll past them to see how they evolve. So this guy, you know, pretty cool, kicked us off, you know, granddaddy. And then you have lame Dante. Ew, look at him, gross. Your design sucks, man. And then we have the GOAT, my man, Dante Actual. Here he is. And then we head over to Devil May Cry 4 Dante. I couldn't come up with like a cool little name for him. I'm sorry. Devil May Cry 4. This you can literally see like the leaps, the differences in like technology. Because here he looks like flat. Because here he looks like flat, not many details. Still flat, not many details. Flat, not many details. More detail. And then, of course, the final Dante here. So, yeah. I just wanted to show you guys what they all look like all together and wrap this video up. So again, thanks for watching. Thank you for, if you've subscribed, thank you for subscribing. If you've joined my Patreon, super thank you. You know, you got a shout out at the beginning of this video. But we are done here. So thanks again, and I'll see you next time.